Hey everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day on this lovely Tuesday night. Although it's still like fairly light outside. I just got back from a walk not too long ago. Good to get some fresh air and exercise, especially when most of your work you do on the computer. You know, you're sitting around and you're getting all locked up. Not good for you. Gotta get those endorphins going, you know? But we are going to be continuing the Frieren Art piece that we did from last Tuesday today. So if you're excited to see some coloring of that, that's what you can expect for this stream here. We're going to do mostly coloring. I did a little bit of detailing and reference looking off screen, so I'll go over some of the things that are a little bit different from the art piece last time we looked at it. But hey, finally got to like labeling these Drawing with Dannphan streams, so now you'll, for the most part, know what which drawing I'm doing during them. So this one simply labeled Frieren Art. I guess Frieren fan art, but yeah, you know, you get it. You get it, guys. So, what is up? Gabe, Brian, Ishkra, Moss Hive Network. The Dannphan is approaching. You better believe it. Alright, well, let's take a look-see at the art piece. You can see that I got my flats set up on the side. I got a general idea of what I want to do as far as the background and stuff. But for the most part, we'll figure it as we go. So, the few things that I changed about this art piece from last time, I did a little bit of adjusting with the eyes and eyebrows, but not so much that it's really that noticeable. I made the top of her head a little bit more thicker because it was just too thin in the original. Something about it just didn't really look quite right. And fixed the sleeves. They were not accurate last time, so I had to look at a reference to remember how exactly they were. That was helpful. And then I changed her lips. And the new lips look much more inviting as far as blowing a kiss. So I like them much better. So yeah, that's what we're going to be starting with. And let me just see if I can get comfortable. I always have a tough time getting comfortable with this setup. Alrighty, so what are we starting with first? I guess we can start with the skin. I don't know what people normally like to start with, but we'll fill in her skin. Get a nice chill coloring stream, making this artwork pop as we do. The basic eye color. And I guess these teeth, and some of these colors I'm just going to be like winging it based on like what I feel like the color should be. But at this point, you know, when you've drawn enough of these or colored enough of these, you kind of get a general idea of what it should be. So, how's everybody been this lovely, lovely Tuesday? Is that a little bit too dark? Should I lighten up on eye darkness? I think that's probably better. I'll add some nice sparkly color in there later, but right now I'm just doing the flats. So you get like a very base. And then you can do cool shading and stuff afterwards, and light and prettiness. That's the idea anyways. Oh, you know what? I didn't put on any music, so this is probably kind of awkward, just sitting in silence. Let me... what are you feeling? Are you feeling lo-fi? I guess Frieren is kind of medieval, so I can put on the medieval music. Of course, this is a much more, cutesy thing, but, technically, you know, it's, you know. Alright. So, which one of these is the hair now? I think this is the hair. I think that's why I have it separate up there. Oh. I think I could go a little bit, oh, well, didn't mean to do that. Darn scrolling thing. Be the death of me. I think I can go a little bit lighter on that hair. Bear with me, folks. Alright. Obviously we can add a little bit of a whiter shine to it up top. But that should be good. Alright. Start adding in all the gold. Fill tools just, don't know if it's just me, but they just seem like they don't work as good as they used to sometimes, you know? No, that's not right. Back. Been doing pretty good. Good to hear it. Something I don't like about this gold. It's a lot of, I mean, I guess it's fine for now, but so yeah, it's finally getting to that weather where it's about time to start thinking about water parks to visit. Too damn hot out already. There we go. Oh yes, it's all coming together now. Alright. Let's see, I think I covered everything in the basic flats. Yeah, that should be the whole thing. So now, we take those basic colors and we shade, shade, shade until they look good. That is the idea anyway. Yeah, looking nice in the making? Yeah, thank you. Not a problem. I'm thinking maybe I should make the background some sort of color so that I don't even know like what color would be good for the background. Just something so that I can see clearly. You know, like drawing color on white. It's just a little bit. Why don't you just stop? There we go. Maybe a little bit. Something to just make it pop more. What is a color that I didn't use on this? I guess that. I'm not gonna keep it this color, because it's hideous, but you know. Guess I could work on her eyes first. Oof. Should have done this before. See, like now, because like the white is too similar to the tan, it's like, no, you gotta highlight it all. Very annoying. That's why usually I do the shadow for the eyes before it gets to that point. Because computer is gay. You can quote me on that. Top 10 Dannphan quotes. Computer gay. Ugh, God. Ugh, jeez. This desk sucks. I don't like this desk. It's not my regular desk. It's like, you know, the one that I go to get out of other people's way. But it's just like crowded. Not really designed with this type of stream in mind. Right, so let's give some depth to these eyes. I will also eventually go back and add some color to the line art itself, but you know. Instead of black, it should just be like colored. Sparkles. That should be brighter, actually. Enjoying the medieval style music? I kinda am. Yes. Now they look complicated. I think I might actually want to do that a little bit differently, though. Same concept. Just, come on. Okay. Bring it back. Bring it back. But people do like the stars, but then they also do like the strokes. I think I might like the strokes better since it's like kind of a tiny size. To have these eyes, not as much attention going to them, stuff like that. And, a little extra shadow at the top. might still go back and go over these eyes a little bit at the end, but just get them to a nice looking medium for now. And let's shade. Oh my goodness. Because it's too similar to the hair, I guess. Let's do this instead. We'll start shading some skin. I hear my computer fan kicking on. Glad new tablet is better? Me too. Me too. It is so much easier to do these streams without the squeaking. So, here's an interesting take, huh? How do you guys personally feel about when they have elves in anime and they give them these absolutely ginormous pointy elf ears? Is that a positive or a negative for you? Because honestly, I'm not a fan of it. I find them to be less cute and more like animal-like than just, you know, giving her normal-sized ears that are also pointy. But it's really common to do elf ears this way now, at least for anime. And I do wonder if there is a crowd that really enjoys the ears to be super over-exaggerated like this. Or is it just a thing where they, where an artist style, they believe that it'll be more obvious that she's an elf if you just make the ears bigger and bigger. I think I like this, actually. I'll give her a little bit of blush. Not like over the top blush, but like maybe just a teeny tiny. That's actually not as teeny tiny as I wanted it to be. I'll take this. did it look so gray? Got a little bit of sheen on her. Look much better, of course, when everything else is also shaded. Big ears look goofy? Don't mind the big pointy ears, depends on the body proportions. Bigger, better, pointier, nicer. Big ears make the elves seem less human, so I prefer them long and sharp. Well, I guess it depends on the actual, lore behind the elves, because some versions, they're not supposed to be that far removed from humans, and that's supposed to be why, because they are actually similar. But there are some, like, interpretations of elves where it's like they're supposed to be, like, ethereal or goddess-like, or, you know, so much different from humans, or the unsinned version of humans. Yeah, well, they didn't always used to make the ears this long. They used to do it very similarly, where they would be tiny pointy ears. But I don't know when exactly you can pinpoint the time where, like, manga and stuff started to make elves have really long ears instead. But I can only assume it was to make it more apparent that they were elves and not human, etc., etc. I remember seeing somewhere how you could get ear surgery to make the ears pointy. That sounds horrific. I've seen some pretty horrific, like, body surgeries, though, which just, like, ruin your potential to ever have a family. Just make you completely undateable, those types of surgeries. They're very spooky. Very, very spooky looking stuff. But, you know, like, people who want to literally be demons. Doing surgeries to make them look more demonic. And congratulations, you succeeded, but I don't want to be anywhere near you now. So please get away. You're spooky looking, and I don't like it. Alright, we got something going on. Huh? I guess hair next? Oof. Hair's so complicated. It's gonna be a project. That's for sure. I like the way the hair turned out, though. It's all swishy and cool looking. Such a pain. I remember when cat girls didn't have 4 ears. I remember the opposite. I remember exactly cat girls having 4 ears. And then people complained about it, and then they started switching it up. How do people draw hair so well? Seems like a nightmare to do. I have a lot of fun doing it, actually. Especially like really long, flowy hair. Which is, you know, kind of part of the reason why I made her hair so much more exaggeratedly thick than it probably is in the show. Or I guess manga, for that matter. I'm not a huge expert on inking hair, though. So that's something that I gotta work on for my own comics. I'm always kind of confused where to balance out the shines and the shadows and the whatever. But yeah, hair is very relaxing for me because it's kind of like the equivalent of a flowing cloth, where it just like looks really good and has the potential to be very random, kind of like fire, where if you just like squiggle a bunch of lines. Congratulations, you've done fire. Alright, I think I'm done with that tool. Oh, that's why. Alright. So all these like just random spots that the lasso tool or the whatever eyedropper selection tool just didn't catch. Some of this didn't even fill in the first round. Ugh, so annoying. Oh god, come on! Just do the thing! Do the thing. Look, see, it didn't even fill in all the way up there. It's really irritating because that means I have to remember to go back and fix it. But that's the funny thing about art. You always forget. You forget until you post the art, and then you're like, oh god, I forgot. I forgot to fix the big transparent thing. That is your curse. Why is this? Why is it like that? Like drawing faces the most? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Expressions are definitely my forte. Come on, it's right there. It's right there. You almost had it. Oh. It's right there. Why you do this? Yeah, something's really wrong with this pen pressure right now. It's not giving me the strokes that I want. think I really just need to change the pen nib on this thing, because it's really worn down. It wore down so quickly though, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, look at that. It looks like shit. God, so annoying. Let's go back to this thing. Alright. Almost done the shadows on one side. Now we go onward to the other side. Got that shaky hand syndrome. I guess I did get quite a bit of exercise out there. I was very, very tired coming back from that walk. Not like I took a hike or anything, but it's just hot and long. You know how it'd be. So chat, you guys enjoying any anime recently? Anything new that's catching your eye? I already kind of mentioned the new things that I was watching before, but I'm watching the Kaiju number 8 anime, which was a given, and watching Condition Called Love. Also, I guess, kind of a given. Because I think I did review both of those on my channel before. I think, anyway. Let's do a little bit of a color change shadow at the bottom, because that looks cool. And I like doing things that look cool. Fortunately, it doesn't really show up as well because the pink background, but yes, gives it a little bit extra shadow darkness. Nice. Alrighty. I guess next on the list is the Shaw/dress section, which might as well be counted as one section. It's all like the same color. Could just do it like what I already did over here. Oh, thank you, Maverick Christian, for the $5. Late to answer your question, but one anime I love so far is My Hero Academia. It's on Netflix now. Never heard of that one. Whoa. Killing it with these suggestions, man. Here we go. I'm stuck on season 3 of My Hero Academia. I need to resume that at some point. Yeah, I was originally reading the manga for it. And, I don't know. Last chapter I read My Hero Academia. I just remember Deku, like, getting a power-up through a dream. Some sort of power-up through a dream. And I was like, what? It shouldn't work like that. It's also like some sort of festival or something. With like, they were trying to make the girl they saved happy. But I remember being very grumpy. I don't exactly remember why I was so grumpy about those chapters. I think I was just like bored and I didn't like the characters enough to like enjoy them hanging out or something. I don't know. I've been pretty open about the fact that I've always never really liked Deku that much. So that could be part of it. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. I want to make this different. Because that's... can't have two similar colors next to each other like that. That'll just ruin it. That's a little bit better, I suppose. Keep in mind, this is not going to be pink in the background for the official. It's just something that I put in the background to make it pop a little bit more. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I should change it to another color since there actually is a lot more pinkish hues in the background than I considered. Just let me know if you get tired of the fantasy soundtrack. I can always change it. Put in some lo-fi instead. Something like that anyways. Right, because skin color is too close to white. There we go. Hey, short fat otaku, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tuning in for the waifus, I see. I don't blame you. There we go. Make it more skirtish. Alright, something like that should be fine. Then I'll do the same thing to this bottom portion where I... Whoop. Hate that. Worst feature ever. Add some extra dark shadow. God, that's so annoying. I never want to just jump all the way down to the bottom. It's like clicking in the stick to make your camera point forward. No one has ever done that on purpose. It's just an annoying feature. Alright. Oh. What next? What next? I guess the gold goes next. We can make this a little bit more shiny. And then add some shadows. Should be good. Should I give any Reaper updates? I was hoping to get the book to the printer really soon, like tomorrow, hopefully. I know, I've been super late on Reaper. I don't want to be. It is not by choice, but hopefully the wait will be over soon, because I want books for conventions, and I want them on the website. And it just, no, it don't feel right not having it done already. I like my campaigns to go by very, very quickly. I am a little bit OCD like that. But I mean, it works out for the backers, of course. That I'm very finicky about finishing as quick as possible. Because they love to get their books early. Horizon Quest was a fairly quick campaign, considering that considering that my hard drive died and I had to redo everything. Horizon Quest went by pretty fast. Of course, the campaign started after I restarted the comic, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I think a lot of people are just like sick of campaigns taking like years to finish. So I'm glad to be a refresher from that. I guess not that I have to be, but I'm glad that I can make people extra happy by getting the book done pretty quick. But yeah, some of you might have noticed Renee Deliz posted her guest art for the book that will be printed in the book. It is chapter art that goes in between the chapters. And she did a phenomenal job. Go check it out if you haven't already. In her post, she does say that, like, the comic is available on the site, but, I mean, obviously, not really quite yet, but we'll get there. It will be on the site once the campaign is done. And then, if you didn't back the campaign, you'll be able to enjoy it then. I like how the gold shine turned out. I was worried that it wasn't gonna look that good. I was worried, like, man, I'm doing way too much airbrushing on this. But it looks nice. I think I did way too much airbrushing, actually, on these. These don't look quite right. They look a little bit weird. But I'll go back and fix them later. Alrighty. gold shines. Hell yeah. Let me just... Nice. Alrighty. So, I guess I can... You know what? These deserve some gold shines as well. And, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Doing the rubies and stuff. Or whatever the red is supposed to be. Some sort of like jewelry. Maybe it's glass. Rocking some fake precious jewelry, huh? One down here, right, and then these two. Alright. I never did the belt. The belt deserves some shine too. Now we do all the leggings and these. What is that? When did I do that? Ugh, I'm such an idiot. Just like a random line going down there. It must have just been picking up some weird stroke. There we go. Now everything's normal again. Alright. We can coast it on. We'll do something for the background. How dark should I make the shadows for this be? Don't mind it being kind of lighter. Like that. It's gonna be a fairly lightly lit piece. Alrighty. I realize I can't speak for everybody, but I'm feeling like I should switch up the music at this point. It's maybe getting on my nerves just a tad. Let's see. We got lo-fi. Lo-fi will do for now. There we go. Alright. Okay. So, not looking half bad, huh? Let me do some fixing around those underneath shadows. I don't really like them that much. Maybe if there was just like some sort of blend or blur or something so that it wasn't so obvious that I just used an airbrush, it'd look a little bit better. painterly blend. Textured blend? Yeah, that's probably not gonna look as well. Something like that, maybe? Oh, you know what? I got brushes. I got noise brush. That's something. Something like in the middle, maybe? Yeah, maybe do a little sparkle work. Yes. Now it all fits together. No, I'm joking. There we go. So now, what I wanna do in the background is actually make it a little bit more comic booky. Maybe with some sort of like explosion and like the words, like how it is in the sketch where it goes mwah, and then we add in some hearts coming out. That was the thought anyway. Maybe like a turquoisey kind of light type thing. Maybe lighter than that. If I can figure out like where I want the focal point to be. Like, God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Why you do this? It's on a color. Ugh. Ew. Ew. Some days you just can't win, you know, guys? I had it set to, like, start off in gray mode or whatever. And now it's just like, every new panel you make is gonna be like that. And there's nothing you can do about it. I didn't even know that I was gonna make this a real art piece. I was just sketching for fun. Not that I want this to actually be in the back, but that might be a point of reference for a focal point. Or maybe this is a terrible reference for a focal point, because it doesn't look like that actually works. Alrighty, well, we're doomed. Thanks for the super sticker, Matthew. Alright, what are we gonna do? What do we got as far as rulers? Perspective ruler, maybe? Oop, no, stop it. Stop it, please. Please stop. Please stop. Oh my. Well, I guess that kind of works. Maybe. This doesn't work at all. None of this works. This is I didn't realize that the background I was gonna do was gonna be so complicated when it's literally just shapes. Okay, fine, whatever. We're eyeballing it. I guess I could also just have everything go to a point, but I mean... I'll fuck it up somehow. Stop it. God, that's so annoying. It's just like when they're too close together, it just all fucking disappears. But I have to do them close together. It's the way that I get the explosion effect. Alright. You gotta make do with what you got, guys. You just gotta do. Yeah, that's probably fine. You know, I never really crave ice cream anymore now that I'm an adult, but after that hot walk today, I could really go for some ice cream. I'm feeling those ice cream cravings again, you know? Alright, because I still have it on this. Gotta take it off. You know, it doesn't look that bad for eyeballing it. Ideally, I would always like to have everything be perfect, but I guess that's not how it works, huh? Eh. Something more subtle, like this probably is better, yeah. Once you go a little bit too far, it stops looking as interesting. like my... There. Got some textures. Nice. Hell yeah, man. Can I make these white? Eh? Well, actually, white doesn't look as good, but maybe I can just make them that color. Yep. There we go. Huh? See? I know art things. Look at me, knowing art things. Let me actually add in some sort of shadow here, because I realized that this doesn't really have shading, does it? Not that it needs a whole lot of shading being so small, but yeah. It always looks better with shading. Always. Right. Add some heart. Oh yeah, of course. Man, not the best brush for that, huh? Hit the wrong button. Alright. Here we go. I wonder how I had the heart placement in the sketch. I guess they're kind of random. I think they actually managed to like look better in the places that I had them before though. Oddly enough. move this one over here maybe? Yeah, it's something. I'm gonna put words up at the top anyways, so. Alright, now let's see. What do I want the off color to be? Maybe pink? Pinkish, purplish. Ah, right. Every single time. I forget. It's gotta be blue, since this is like a turquoise or a green. Green don't look half bad. Alright, then we're gonna add a big moi at the top, and we'll call this piece basically done. I might add an extra little radiant or shine on her body or something. I mean, there's always room for some lighting effects, but obviously I went for like kind of a more comic booky fun background. So I don't even know if like some super extreme lighting effects would matter or get very far for this type of piece. Should I go blue? I don't want it to blend too much though. Maybe pink? Yeah, maybe like pink or red. Or combination. Nice coloring job, Dannphan. Thank you. I know, like, the basics of coloring, although I'm not really quite a master at it. Alright, well, let's Maybe I'll just go with a dark red or something. A purple? A purple look. Looks a little bit too dark, don't it? Mwah. Can you even read it? Did I make it like way too bubbly? I think I made it a little bit too bubbly. That's fine. Let me take this off of it before it gets all... Excuse me, I'm clicking. Alright. I made it so bubbly, it started looking like it was actually in Japanese. Maybe that's a pro strat, huh? Yeah, this H is also like kind of a little bit too on its side. And there we have it, folks. Mwah. Still kind of debating what this color bordering it should be. How would I just see what it looks like that? Add like some sort of make it white or something. Although that looks interesting as well. Oh, I didn't get the... Oh, can I just draw it in? Yeah, I can. Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, you know, I like it. I think it is most suitable. So, there's an art piece. Very cute, yeah. The eyebrows are so high, they look like they're part of the hair itself. Welcome to anime, dude. That's how they always are. You, I guess that's like another funny question for chat. How do you feel about the anime still showing eyes even when it's behind the hair? Because I don't mind it as much. Mostly because it's like... you gotta show the expression, you know? But for some people, it like completely wigs them out. It's like, oh, this is such bad design. If they want to show the expression, they should just move the hair. Maybe if I had it down here. Kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want the signature to ever be in the way. But I also don't like it when my art is like too croppable. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, I could also like hide it by having it be part of the color. Like that. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Love it. I need my eyes covered by hair if it's in the way. Not a fan, but I completely understand it. Yeah, it's like the same thing where an anime character is wearing glasses. You know what I mean? Where it's like, obviously that's gonna get in the way of showing somebody a character's eyes. Sorry, dust. So obviously they have to remove part of the glasses, even though it doesn't make logical sense. They remove part of the glasses to show the expression sometimes. I don't mind it that much, but I do understand why it drives some people crazy. It's not like ideal, you know? Now let's see. Could also, for the line art, I can change it so that it kind of matches the color of what it's bordering a little bit better. I think that would also kind of help with the coloring. As far as the lighting, I don't know if I should really bother with like I mean, I can do this, of course. I don't know if it's really worth it per se, but... This is what a lot of people do to like get some sort of FX-y lighting, you know? And it does like look interesting. I'll give it that. I made her look quite glowy, you know? As you can see. She is, in fact, Jesus. Has been Jesus this whole time. I don't know if it's really necessary for this art piece, but I guess it does, like, give it a maybe extra depth. Glowy, she's a fed. Oh no. When you post it, put a watermark right across the face. Oh yeah, I'll get on that. also want to make it a little bit extra special looking. Now, you know what? That looks looks fine down here, but it doesn't really look that great on the text. So maybe I'll just take that off. It was an interesting idea, though. I was going for something like a little bit more sparkly. But like 35 of that kind of looks fine. What was I going to do next? Oh, I think I was just gonna... Yeah, I think I was just gonna change the line art a little bit to make it sort of match. Ooh, it's one of these things where I gotta just like... There's a way to lock pixels and do this, I guess, and I can do that. I should duplicate this first, though, if I'm gonna do that, because you gotta like rasterize it. And then you... Where is it? Should be an option to lock pixels. Here we go. So we take the basic concept of this, huh? And we just find the dark version of it. Oh. There we go. And that is changing the color. I don't know how obvious it is. Maybe if I just... It's not doing anything, is it? I fucked up somewhere. Alright, where did I fuck up? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Ugh, it goes gray. It's gray, of course! It's always my mistake. See? Now it works. Nah. Too much. Alright. Alrighty. Skin tone. Alright, not bad, huh? Not bad. I mean, I guess it doesn't really show up on the screen as being that much of a difference, but for me, I can kind of see it. How, like, it makes everything soften a lot more than when you compare it to, like, the super dark lines. And I can also add extra brightness over here if I wanted to add, like, more glowy effect or something. I don't know, man. Alrighty. I like it. I'm overall pretty happy. There are some parts where I still haven't gone back and fixed, though. And I was noticing them as I was going around. Where did I miss? Ah! This definitely wasn't shaded in. It's the brutal thing, is just remembering to go back and fix the things that were not working before. This over here wasn't shaded in. And I can shade this in anyway. Oh yeah, this wasn't shaded. This was barely shaded. Anything else? What am I missing? Oh, this. This isn't right. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it quits there. I think this can acceptably be called a finished piece. Thank you very much. How do you use the fill tool with vectors? I thought you could only fill on raster layers. Right, so what you do, my dear friend, is when you're using vector layers, you use this little lighthouse up here and you set it as a reference layer. And then over by the like bucket that you're using to fill everything, you check refer to the little lighthouse, the reference layer, and then it'll fill in whatever from wherever the reference layer is set to. And yeah, that can be a vector layer. You learned a little something. I'm glad to give a little advice to aspiring artists out there. Alright, thank you everybody for tuning in to a little drawing with Dannphan. Glad we finished up this Frieren piece. I'm happy with it, yeah. I'm satisfied. I might fiddle with it a little bit more before I post it, but you know, I'll look at it with a pair of fresh eyes to see if I missed anything. But right now, it looks acceptable. Sometimes it's fun just to relax and do an art piece for fun, rather than always doing the usual grind, you know? But thanks for tuning in. Maybe you can also tune in to a game stream later tonight on the Dannphan's channel. I think we'll be streaming anyways. I'll let you know. Good night, everybody. And I'll see you on the video tomorrow. Yes, new video uploaded tomorrow with me and Adam playing a fun game. So tune in for that. Bye, everybody.